can't find love, but I got good intentions.
This is the Good Intentions Podcast, where we talk about being a sugar baby, marrying for love or for money, and being a high-value woman. It's your girl, Queen Cass.
And it's your girl, Giddy Love. And if this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Good Intentions Podcast, and also on IG at Good Intentions Pod.
Like I said, we're talking about first sugar babies. Gidna, could you be a sugar baby?
I would love to, honestly.
Would you give sugar?
To the baby. I would love to be a sugar baby, but I would just want to engage in conversation. Like, I wouldn't want to perform any sexual act to that person, because my idea of a sugar baby is like someone like messing with somebody who's like 70 or 80 or like a lot older, and for the idea of trying to stimulate, I would love the money though.
Yeah. Bro, looking at them on TikToks and like even we're in a couple of Facebook groups, they be getting spoiled. This one girl for Valentine's Day, her sugar daddy paid for her BBL. I would be a sugar baby. I would. And I know why other women are sugar babies, because when you think about it, like, people have sex for free. You know what I'm saying? People have bad sex for free.
Yeah, but I can't have sex with somebody that I'm physically not attracted to. At least I've never tried.
Okay. I've never tried it either. For a BBL, I don't know. Because I might be aroused.
I did see a post about this one girl, whatever, in one of my Facebook groups. She's in her early 20s, and her significant other is like in his 60s. Mm-hmm. And she's like, she grew to love him. So now it's like a genuine relationship.
No, I don't want that.
So it started off as her just being a sugar baby, but me, I can't do it. I love the idea of getting the money, but I know there's services that comes with that money that doesn't just come like for free, you know?
Right.
It's no longer where you just talk to them for hours and then here's $500 for your time. Like, no.
Yeah, to get the big bucks, BBL money, you see how I'm manifesting it? My BBL money, I'm going to keep saying it. You got to do something strange for BBL money. You do. And like you said, I've never done it. It sounds like I would be down for it, but I might not, because I don't know. Mm-hmm. But it'd be some very handsome older men.
Yeah.
I want that. I could do that.
I mean, and then there's some who are younger now, too. Like there's a lot of younger ones. There was another lady who was sharing her experience. This is a young, this is going to kind of segue into our topic for money and love. But this is a younger, high value guy, and he's married. He has a family. She's getting a lot of things. Like, she talks about everything that she's getting, because he's like, he works in DC and he's into tech and stuff like that. Yo, like, I'm like, I could be down for that. Like, she got a whole house. But the thing is, he wouldn't put only her name. So he put his and her name. Yeah. But she got a house. And if you play your cards right, you get all this money. Like, you can get your own, like, house with the money that they give you. But I don't know.
Him being married is not a deal breaker. Wouldn't, like, be a deal breaker for you?
Me, personally, like, I don't mess with married people just because I believe in karma. And I aspire to be married one day. And I don't, that's a deal breaker for me. That's a cutoff. That's a boundary that I'm not trying to cross.
Me too. I can't do married. Like, I'm down for a lot, but something about marriage is so, like,
it's scary
important
to me.
And significant. Yeah. And a lot of them, like, even their prenups, if there's like if you cheated, like, your prenup moves differently type thing too. Like, that's an ethical, no.
So would you marry for love or money?
That's a really good question. Back in the day, I was really gung-ho about love. I thought love was everything. Love makes the world goes round, blah, blah, blah. But the type of lifestyle I want, and no, I would marry for money. I would marry for money. Love doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
And The number one reasons why couples get divorced is because of finances.
Yeah.
You can love somebody, you can love them to death, but when you're struggling to make ends meet, how do you love that person?
Yeah.
How do you love them fully? How do you, when it's stressful, they just lost their job and you see them sitting on the couch every day, you just came home from work. It's tough. That's a struggle.
And I think for me, you can grow to love someone. So if I'm marrying you for money, I can grow to love you over the years or the months or however long it takes. But if I'm marrying for love, that can
dissipate
fade.
too.
Yeah, that can fade at any moment, you know? So now we're struggling.
And I don't love you no more.
Right. And it's like, no. I would do it for money too.
I would love, like, in a perfect, as we get older, we realize things is not that perfect. Like how the movies making it seem and all those different things. I would love to marry a successful, rich, and love my partner like that. But I understand, like, if I had two options, I would go with the money option. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah.
And I understand celebrities a little bit more. So I was watching this show. It's not a reality TV show. It's called Unreal. And it shows you basically all the behind the scenes of, like, a Bachelor-like dating show. So it's like what the crew do.
I've heard of it.
It's really good. I highly recommend watching it, especially if you're a Bachelor fan. They actually had, like, season 3, they had a black Bachelor on there, which is what's happening now. It's a really great show. And they show you how those couples, sometimes they come together and it's a business deal. For a year, if we do this together, we'll make all this money, and then you're free to go and marry someone else. We could get a divorce. We'll work through that. I would do something like that. I think money makes the world move. Love is cute. Love is great. But for me, personally, I'm always speaking for just myself. I would marry for money. I would.
Yeah, I would too. But do you think, because I know some people are going to listen to this episode and be like, oh, they are gold diggers. Like, do you think marrying somebody for money as opposed to love make you a gold digger?
Well, first of all, I don't care if that's what you think. If that's what it is, I'm a gold digger. I'm a gold digger. That's fine. I don't necessarily think so, because I'm going to have my own stuff as well, my own career, my own thing that, of course, your money is going to help finance. It's not like I'm coming in broke.
Your money is going to help.
Yeah. Our money. Let me
You're
pay.
paid.
Yeah, but if that's the case, that's the case. But I would rather be a gold digger than broke. I really would. And especially, like, when kids get in the picture, that's really what my main concern is for my children. Like, I really want them to have the best education, the best school, traveling. I really want them to be cultured. And you need money for that.
Yeah. And it doesn't grow on trees.
And they don't grow on trees. So if I have a partner who could give, and I need a sense of security, too. If I have a partner who could give that to me, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Me too. So it's like we're just manifesting what we want. And once again, it goes to, like, knowing yourself and having standards, whatchamacallit? Be Simone.
First of all, B. Simone cannot open her mouth and say anything without getting attacked. But she did that to herself, because she is really, once again, for me, it's hard for me to like her. But go ahead. She talked about her list.
Baby girl. I like her. I like B. Simone, but I think she was making a lot of sense when she spoke about her list. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, B. Simone is like a comedian, author, and so many different...
Beef. I'm just kidding.
So she went on social media last week, and she kind of spoke about us women being able to pretty much reciprocate whatever it is that we're asking for our partners to bring to the table. So it's like, if you want a high value guy, are you a high value woman yourself? If you want a guy making who is secure or financially stable, who is this, that, like whatever it is that you're praying for, who's a family guy, are you able to bring those to the relationship and bring those to the table as well? And I think for me, I agree with what she said, because it's like, how do you want a high value guy and you're working at McDonald's? Like,
you sound like Kevin Samuel.
Oh no, let me take that back then, because
but
that's one guy.
But his logic, I don't agree with a lot of what he says. But when it comes to topics like that, I could see it. You know what I'm saying? Because, and that's when once again, Beast One was talking about like, she doesn't want a guy that works 9 to 5 and she got all that heat for it. But once again, I understand it now more. You want someone whose lifestyle matches with yours.
Yeah.
You want someone who's able to understand your struggles. Like if you're coming home late from work and you don't want to talk, you're upset.
They're not accusing you of cheating or whatever.
And things like
they
that.
understand.
They understand. So
yeah.
That's important. So what is your list looking like? What are your like, if you don't have that, I want no parts.
A job.
That's for me
no
too.
Parts. A car. I want no parts. I'm okay with you not having your own apartment. Like if you have a roommate, but it depends. It's situational. Like if you have a kid, I would prefer you to have your own place. Like why are you, whatever. What else? He's got to be family oriented. My list is long.
But I'm talking about like your non-negotiable. Like this is not gonna work if you don't have that. Don't even like talk to me. Not talk to me. That sound harsh, but like it's not gonna work.
I think a job in a car, because it's like if you don't have a job and you don't plan on getting a job, like I can understand your situation if you just been laid off, but you're actively seeking a job.
You're doing Postmates. You're doing Uber
different.
Eats. You
right?
know?
But if you just So I was talking to this guy, whatever, and he got laid off at the beginning of COVID. And he's living with his grandma. So I was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Are you looking for a job? What's going on? No, I'm just going to wait because I have, like, a good amount of funds right now. Like, I'm not. That was a deal breaker for me because it's like you're already telling me that you lack ambition
and you're comfortable not being able to provide.
And the fact that you're living with your grandma, so when your emergency funds, when your savings run dry, so now you're gonna be milking off of her and eventually try to milk off of me. No, so I had to cut that off. Like a job is very important to me because that brings a sense of security. You know, so
yeah, I agree. The no job is that's the biggest one for me as well. And once again, like a lot of things that become deal breakers for people is because they've experienced something like that. Like, the car, I'd rather not. Please have a car.
I'm not picking you up for dates.
I have a homegirl. That's her number one thing, the no car either.
I'm not picking you up
but
for dates.
my thing is you don't have to have a car, but do you have a ride? Are you willing to Uber? Are you willing to borrow a homeboy car?
No, because eventually you're going to get comfortable and I'm going to have to pick you up and drop
you
you off.
And I already hate driving.
No. Once again, y'all, I have another story. Yo, I've been out in these streets really dating, so I've met a lot of different people. This guy didn't have a car, so he Ubered to our date.
You had to drop him home.
His phone died, so I was like, oh, well, you can use my phone to call
order
an Uber. But then, gosh. Whatever. So I ended up dropping him home. And I was so mad because
you didn't talk to him the whole ride home, did you?
I did, because I be you don't be if I'm in closed space like
that.
Right,
so he don't like uppercut you. Be nice to me. That's not funny. Domestic abuse is not funny.
Yeah, no. But it was just a deal breaker for me. I couldn't do it because I already said I'm not picking nobody up. I'm not dropping nobody off.
Yeah.
Like I'm not your taxi. I'm not your Uber. Yeah. I'm not your Lyft. Like I'm not doing that.
And those things, you see how I started wavering on the car? Good point you brought that up. Like don't waver on things that are your deal breaker, because then you find yourself in situations like that and then like you beat yourself up because damn, that was something I was not even willing to do in the first place, but I made a special way for you. Don't make special ways for them.
Yeah.
Don't. I realized that because you're like, damn, they're a really nice guy. They couldn't be the greatest guy on earth, but if that's a deal breaker for you, there's a reason it's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Leave it. We could
just be honest with yourself. When you're dating, that's the most important thing. That's the best thing you can do is be honest with yourself. Don't force anything. Just be honest. If it's not going to work, it's okay. It's okay.
Do they have to be college educated?
No, but they have to have something going on. Like, it can't be like, man, school's not for me. All right, what you doing? Working at McDonald's.
I'm a rapper, a SoundCloud rapper. Don't leave tip for y'all ladies, don't leave no man no voicemail, because next thing you know, you're on somebody's album. Somebody rap mix.
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, I would prefer they be college educated, like we talked about before. I think when you are in college, like you just have a mindset that we understand type thing, but it doesn't have to be. My biggest thing right now is emotional, like you're emotional available and you're emotional intelligent. That's the number one thing I'm really, really like. That's a deal breaker for me. And you can always spot, there's little tricks, like you can tell, and we could talk more about this in a different episode, but the way they talk about their ex, the way that they talk about relationships, how they view relationships, if you bring up a concern, how they handle that, those are things that lets you know if that man is emotionally available for you. If a man is not emotionally available, run the other way.
You can't change it.
That's
the notion that we as women have to get over. Like, we cannot change these guys.
Why would you want to, though?
The ex before you tried, and it didn't work. The one before her tried, it didn't work. The one before her tried, it didn't work. Like, stop picking up those projects.
Leave them. And then you know who you got to run from, too? The man with all women are crazy type thing. Or my ex was crazy. She was crazy.
It's always them. It's always the woman. It's never like
what is the common denominator? Like, and I'm such a person, I like to look at the patterns and things like that. So emotionally available men is really, really important. Yeah. Very important.
And I think there's nothing sexier than a man who is like secured in himself.
Oof, like that's big dick energy. No, I'm gonna say it right now. Big dick energy. Yes, sir. Look, I got excited. No, but you're right. Like a man who's able to be like, no, I don't do this. Yeah. I don't like this. Okay, who's vulnerable? This is what I had to do. Like a hard time I went through. Yeah. Yeah, no. And who has money? Yeah.
Oh, that always makes it a lot better.
Could you date somebody who had money but was not emotionally available? And I'm talking about mad money, bitch.
Yeah, we can work through it. We can work through anything when he has money. We can work through it.
What? Look at Jesse looking at us.
He'll get there. We can make it.
No, now you're changing him. I wouldn't even want to change him. I would know this is what he is. This is who he is. Just give me the money, boo. I would know not to pour my heart. I would know who my man is, but the money, y'all, I'm tired of acting like money is not a big deal. Yeah. I'm tired of acting like it. We need to talk about it. I'm tired of us, especially as women. We are so meek and small, especially black women. We're so meek and small and humble when asking for stuff. Yeah, why? No, we're not doing that no more.
Yeah, there's exceptions to every rule. If he has the money, there is always an exception. There's always a loophole.
The more money, the more deals you can break. No,
I would rather cry in a Maybach Royce? Like,
I would rather not cry because I know you're not gonna. But you also have to know who you're dating and who you're talking to. If you know that man is not emotionally available, don't go out of your way to make that happen either. Yeah. You know who that person is. And like you said, it's in the changing, like forcing and trying to change somebody, you really get frustrated and you lose yourself. This is who he is. Accept it. Take the money. Or just go.
I think we have to, like, with changing a guy, we have to look at the psychological aspect of it, too. I've been learning this in school, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's craft therapy. It's something that they use for, like, it's kind of almost like motivational therapy, but it's for, like, substance abuse. Mm-hmm. So you're, like, you're changing your approach towards that person, to kind of make them, like, seek treatment, So it's like, if you know he's not emotionally available, just change your approach in a way where he's not noticing what you're doing, but you're training him to be the person that you want him to be.
But then do you want that person for the money?
Yes. Okay. I'm going to be happier because you're going to be who I want you to be. And I'm getting the money. Like, it's a win-win for me.
No, you just have to make people deal with people. Like, you want people to be able to be dealt with as much. If that makes sense. Like, you want to be able to deal with people and that shit. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Look, I'm tired. I'm exhausted of, acting like.
Yeah, I don't want to struggle.
I want no parts.
And the guy.
And I hate the black love. The black struggle love being glorified, especially Valentine's Day, Timun. Oh, she held me down when I had nothing.
You're still cheating.
Ooh, what was it? Even through the good and the bad. I don't deserve her. I want no parts.
And the thing is, there's only from like a male's perspective, it's only Remy Ma and Papoose where it's like the guy really held. Was that his name, Jesse?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, okay. He really held her down. You don't see many men, especially black men, holding down the chick. But for us, the expectation is we're together through thick and thin.
But I'm not married to you, mind you. I'm not even your girlfriend. I'm a you know what we are thing. And I'm supposed to hold you down? Me and all your, I had to be your bottom. I was your bottom, bitch. I'm going to be the bottom bitch for what? And then you're going to be like, oh, you wasn't my girl in the first.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What's understood don't need to be explained.
I need an explanation. I need a title. I need a title. I don't care what y'all say. Titles matter.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I think now that I'm dating with a kid, it's like, I'm understanding the importance or how much a title really does matter, you know? Like, they view you different. They view you a lot different. And I'm going to get a title and I'm going to get the money.
Shmoola, manifesting my BBL money. All right, so moving forward, how can women be more, black women especially, be more intentional about dating high-value men?
I think it's exploring yourself. It's working on yourself, your journey, building up your self-confidence so that you can feel like you're worth these guys. Like, you know, like you really have to, once you start pouring into yourself, then everybody around you is going to see like what it is that you're feeling, you know? So work on your self-confidence. That's the number one thing.
And I would also say, not to cut you off, also invest in yourself. You know, like invest in your looks, invest in your education, invest in anything so that once again, like whatever the person's bringing has to be better than what you are bringing. Which brings me to my next question. What do you bring to the table? I am the table.
No, what do I bring to the table? My personality, my education, my Capricorn go-getter, just we about to do this, you know, my ambition, my degrees, my podcast.
My world-renowned podcast. Please speak on it.
But I feel like I bring a lot to the table. Like, I'm able to, what's the thing I'm looking for? Let me think.
Inspire. Motivate.
I think even my story is baggage, but it's something that built my character. It's something that makes me as strong as I am. So that lets you know that I'm going to stick with you and we can work through.
Thick and thin?
Not in that
you
area.
See how eager I was to say
No, not like that. Like, let's say, for instance, you, no. Not
right. That's
What you bring?
One, I'm very, very emotionally aware, more than I give myself credit for. So definitely that. I'm a pretty decent communicator, actually, when it comes to things like that. And then two, like three. I really am fun to be around. That's really what it is. Like, when you're around me, you're always going to have a good time. And I think, like, life is hard as it is. So I'm always happy. Like, not even being I don't know if I'm going to be your peace because I am annoying. But, like, always, like, a good time to be around. My education, my knowledge. But, yeah, that's fun. But I really think, like, I'm always going to challenge and motivate you to do better. Things like that. And those are the same things I'm expecting from my partner.
What are some tangible things you bring to the table?
My body.
Okay. Bring me.
What else I got? I mean, as far as tangible,
Car.
No, my little car gotta go. So, King, I would love for you to upgrade my shit. Tangible, not really, and that's why my list does not really contain tangible things for the guy either.
Okay.
For now. But when I get more tangible things, I would want you to have tangible things, tangible things as well.
And that's the thing, like your table, as you live through life, is building up. So your standards are building up, you know? So
Right. So right now, I know, like, that was a moment of realization for me too. The other day, I was like, damn, like I was attracting the same type of men, and I realized because that's like the state I'm in right now. So I'm being really mindful and really like leveling up so I could meet men who are more on the level I'm looking for. But that starts with me, and I take full accountability for that. I'm not asking for anything I don't bring to the table, but I'm talking for just like a serious partner though. If you're just a fun plaything and you want to spend money on me, I ain't bringing shit. I'm not bringing anything, just my little conversation. But as a partner, what I want from you is what I'm going to give you as well.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Ooh, I think that's it. So remember, ladies, just date very intentionally and leave. As soon as you have a deal breaker, a red
Just
flag,
leave.
get that head, get that money. You know what she said? Get that
Leave.
head, that bread, and leave.
Just
Especially
leave.
if it just started. Don't get too wrapped up, too deep in, fall for his sob story, how his daddy left him. Girl, don't even go into all that.
I think stop planning your marriage in your head. You know, stop expecting a ring from a handshake, and I can't say that enough. Like,
There's so many men out there.
They know, and I think sometimes they can spot like the third story
And the eagerness.
Like, yeah, so they're telling you what you know. Oh, baby, I'm gonna make you my
Also, when
wife.
you're dating, if a man asks you what you're looking for, I'm going to tell you exactly what you tell them. I'm looking for a man who's secure and comfortable with himself. That is all you're looking for.
Yes.
Don't tell him you're looking for this, a man of God, a man who prays, a man who works. Don't tell him nothing else. Say exactly what I just told you.
Or you could use my line. I tell them I'm looking for a provider, protector, and a nurturer.
Ooh,
I does this.
Okay. And then when you tell them that, they have no choice but to show up as themselves.
Yeah, because if you give them specifics, they're going to feed into that. They're going to, you looking for somebody who's on time, they're going to show up on time.
And then as soon as they get you, girl, they're late, they ghost. Don't do that, because that's not done.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all, we going to talk more about this
All
another
right,
topic,
y'all.
because I'm getting heated, because them niggas be lying.
But y'all, thank you so much for sticking with us through this topic. Let us know what you think and share with us some of your personal experience, or send us a DM. You know, we'll keep it to ourselves. No, but seriously, we look forward to hearing from you guys, and we want to continue this conversation. So
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channels at The Good Intentions Pod. Follow us on Instagram, and like Gidna said, interact with us at The Good Intentions Pod as well. And don't forget to follow me at QueenCast_X3.
And me at GiddyLoveJ1.
Bye.
Toodles.